And I want to know when we get to go back to our home in Wainea. Maybe it's gone, but for reasons that I don't want to discuss, we need to go back there. Are you guys going to just scrape it all away and say disaster zone? And America's going to get what they want, their satellite city?
We were so concerned about what was happening in Maui.
You're so concerned about what's happening in Maui that you somehow managed to hire a private firefighting team to protect your land before the fires started. You're so concerned about what's happening in Maui that instead of taking some of that land and housing even a small portion of those displaced people, you've hired a private security team to keep them off your land.
Everyone kind of knew that something shady was happening in Hollywood, and now all of these dirty secrets are seeping out from underneath the closet door. Plus, some huge names have also been coming forward to talk about all the tragic things that have been going on. The Rock is one of them. And while people have their doubts about Oprah, The Rock recently came forward to talk about what he thinks is actually happening, and has some pretty insane rumors, including ones about the Maui fires. Now, before we get into it, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss out on any new videos. It's free and helps us bring out new content for your enjoyment. Now, as many of you know, families in Maui woke up to dealing with the aftermath of crazy wildfires that tore apart the island. And you can't help but wonder, where are the big shot island crews when you need them? There's a lot of famous people who stay there, plenty of them who have their own homes. So where are they all at? Kind of a bummer to see all the families who have lost absolutely everything try to restart, while the rich and famous remain absent. Now, there is one name that keeps popping up during this time: Oprah. Now, don't get mad at the messenger here, let me tell you. It's currently all just speculation. But oh boy, it's some big speculation. A lot of people have come forward with their fair share of proof as well. Everybody knows Oprah has a fortune that could buy her a small country, or a big island in this case. With almost 2,000 acres in Maui to her name, she's been popping in and out of Maui for 15 years. And just this past March, she actually bought an extra 860 acres for $6.6 million. And guess what? Rumor has it, none of Oprah's massive Maui property got toasted by the wildfires. So here's where things get interesting. A lot of people raising their eyebrows, wondering why celebrity homes are being spared. Well, places like Lahaina, popular places for local residents, got badly hit. Lahaina locals have been standing their ground against selling out to billionaire bigwigs who want more land on Maui. It's kind of like guarding their own little piece of paradise. Then Oprah goes and visits these fire-ravaged areas, talking about renovation plans, and of course the conspiracy theories start flying. Some folks think that this whole fire thing was actually cooked up by influential folks who wanted to buy up Lahaina, which is basically a real estate gold mine. The idea is that Oprah saw a chance to scoop up more land from the locals. Now, some people are going full conspiracy, saying that the fire might have had something to do with some crazy energy weapons, something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Others are saying that the fires were no accident, that they were set on purpose by rich landowners with their eyes on taking over property from the island's native communities. This whole mess actually ties back to the historic Lahaina Front Street and how Hawaiians and the Kanaka have been saying no thank you to selling their properties for years. So with these wild theories about Oprah and the land grabs, they're not really just idle chatter. They've been hitting home for Maui residents who have been there for generations, worried about losing their homes to fires, and possibly some very deep-pocketed celebrities. But here's a little tidbit that often gets overlooked. Back in January, Maui hosted a powwow all about turning the island into kind of a green energy oasis. They were talking about going all in on clean energy, slapping up solar panels left and right, and getting everyone behind the wheel of electric cars. It was a widely shared video, and some guy even shouted out 15-minute smart cities. What's intriguing is that he mentioned September is when Hawaii was going to throw a digital government summit, all about using AI to run the island. Now, when it comes to the wildfire, there were some more theories. Some folks think that the US military actually had a hand in sparking the flames, and others swear it was all part of a grand scheme to grab some land, with Oprah playing some mysterious role behind it. One man who has had a front row seat to the immense influence that Oprah Winfrey has throughout his career is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. As a fellow industry powerhouse, he does recognize the vast impact that Oprah wields, not just within Hollywood, but across plenty of domains. In recent times, however, The Rock, like many others, has observed a growing concern. He's seen Oprah's incredible power and wealth become a force that can shape and reshape the world in ways both positive and potentially chaotic. It's not that he's questioning Oprah's intentions, it's more that the sheer magnitude of her reach and the potential for unintended consequences. But here's the real deal. Amidst all of this conspiracy chatter, there are people who have been seriously affected by the fires. They're asking, why didn't they get a heads up in time? Especially since Maui County officials have known about the wildfire risk for quite some time. While they're digging into exactly what set off these wildfires, officials are still pointing fingers at Hurricane Dora's wild winds and crazy drought conditions in West Maui. And just so you know, wildfires have always been a lurking danger in these parts. After checking out tons of post-fire videos, some folks are talking about something kind of crazy. They've noticed that blue stuff seems oddly fireproof. And guess who's rumored to have a blue house? Yeah, Oprah. Social media is buzzing with posts on Twitter and TikTok suggesting that things with a blue hue didn't get toasted in these fires. People are starting to think there's a big conspiracy behind it all. Among all of these online claims is a theory that anything blue, including Oprah's place, dodged destruction. One viral video from August 23, 2023, with over 490,000 views, asks, how many coincidences can you ignore? Blue umbrellas, untouched blue cars, and now Oprah's Maui mansion has a blue roof. It's pretty mind-boggling, right? One person said, they were so concerned that they managed to hire a private firefighter team before the fire even started. Another person on Twitter even added some more proof from officials and said, Biden accidentally admits he sent FEMA's Chief Federal Response Coordinator to Maui before fires erupted. One person commented, saying, a lot of really strange things are going on from the Maui fire. Nothing blue burned, cars, umbrella, etc. Oprah and other rich folks' homes have blue roofs. Interesting. 1,000 children and 15 school buses missing? No water to fight the fire? No sirens to warn the people? Think. People also found it really weird that Oprah and The Rock both were recently asking for donations when both of them are literally multimillionaires.
And so we have created the People's Fund of Maui that will put money directly in the hands of the people who need it right now. So if you send a donation, just click where you see below and send a donation.
One person said, Oprah and The Rock each spent $5 million to set up a company to accept donations for Maui residents. A billionaire who has bought hundreds of acres Maui, none of which got touched by the fires, is now asking you to fund this new company to hand out cash directly to residents, with a millionaire who is telling us he really cares. This BS is what people are absolutely sick of. Fake people pretending to care. If Oprah cared, she'd spend her own damn money to help rebuild Lahaina and give it back to the natives, not set up a company to handle your money directly. What do you do with billions or millions of dollars? Act poor, stay rich. Ask for donations because everyone knows your face, so you don't have to fork up the cash for the land you care oh so much about. The fires that hit Lahaina and Maui in Hawaii are being called an act of domestic terrorism involving direct energy weapons, DDoS. There is even a video floating around that supposedly shows Oprah's property with a caption bragging about her blue roof. But besides the property damage, there's a big question mark about missing kids. Another person added onto the rumors with a clip where a house was literally untouched while others around it are burnt to the ground. They wrote, more suspicious activity in Lahaina. How was this house completely demolished but not the neighbors? Now, Hawaii's governor, Josh Green, sat down for a CBS News segment, revealing that a lot of the missing folks were children. He said that Lahaina kids were sent home early from Lahaina High School on August 8th because of a huge power outage from Hurricane Dora. Plus, other schools were starting the next day after summer break, so more kids were home than usual. This heartbreaking part is that missing kids have sparked a ton of conspiracy theories. Some folks are hinting that the early school closures might have been on purpose, like elites trying to snatch up kids. Others are talking about something even darker, like a massive sacrifice. Heartbreaking stories from parents who have lost their children has flooded social media, making people even more suspicious of a big conspiracy, especially since the school closed right when the fire started. One story is about a teenager named Kiero Fuentes, who spent his last summer day at home in Lahaina with his dog. But when his parents rushed home after hearing about the fire, they couldn't get through the traffic. 2 days later, they found their son and their dog both gone. Another sad tale is from Kevin and Santanka, who set up a GoFundMe to help them cope with their loss. They lost multiple family members, including parents, siblings, and a young nephew who died while trying to escape the fires in their car on Monday, August 21st. Fast forward almost 2 weeks after the Lahaina fires, and things are slowly getting back to normal for schools. But about a quarter of students are still missing across most grades and schools. Some schools got damaged by the fire, so around 3,330 students had to move on to other schools in safer areas of Maui. As of now, only around 400 students have been able to enroll in new schools, and 200 are doing online learning. But the rest? Well, we're not sure if they've switched schools, registered elsewhere, or if something terrible happened to them. It's all a big question mark. So, what do you think? Comment down below and let us know. If you like this video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see my next video. I post updates like this every week, where I uncover the secrets of your favorite celebrities.